Top executives of Tesla met officials of the Prime Minister's Office, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways and Ministry of Heavy Industries in Delhi yesterday. The Tesla team held a series of meetings with the ministry officials and showed serious interest in India as a market for electric vehicles. Sources also told us that the company, which so far has a manufacturing presence in the US, China and Germany, is considering to set up an additional manufacturing plant, with India being looked into as one of the possible locations. So it's a big breaking and big achievement for India that Tesla is actually trying to put up a plant here in India. I have CNN News 18's Pallavi Ghosh joining me on the broadcast. Pallavi, a very good morning to you. What do we know about this?
It's actually a huge development. There are two things which are over here. You know, the Prime Minister has been insisting, and this is something which the Minister concerned, Mr. Nitin Gadkari, has also been stressing on, how we need to have eco-friendly EV vehicles and a lot of stress on that. So that is going to be one big push to that particular sector. But more than that, India's growth story, that big giants, tech giants, automobile giants, all of them actually are looking at India as a growth option. They want to come and invest in India. So, it gives, in terms of perception, in terms of a larger growth story, that India is seen as a profitable sector. So I would see this as a huge development ahead of the Prime Minister's visit to Hiroshima, Australia, and in America, where India is certainly going to push forward the envelope, talking on Atmanirbharta, the fact that India is getting increasingly self-reliant on. And on the second, that India has opened its doors to foreign investors. And in comparison to other countries, India is definitely going to be a profitable option. Recently, for example, Apple also opened its first store in India. That was again seen as a huge achievement and an acknowledgement by the world that India is definitely on the path of economic recovery. The green shooting of our economy has already begun, and India is a profitable sector and a safe haven as far as investment is concerned. So I would see this as a huge achievement and a big step forward.
Well, Pallavi, it's sort of an effort to increase its footprint beyond China from Tesla. How do you think it's going to be benefited by India?
See, I think the fact that India is offering itself as a much better alternative to China, and their countries, the European countries, America certainly. So first to look at India increasingly down over China, especially in the post-COVID scenario, is also an acknowledgement of the fact that China should not be seen as an alternative to India. In fact, whenever we've been talking the political realm, in the economic realm, China has been always showcased as a case study to India, that how they, with a huge population and an Asian country, has surged ahead. India has always made the point that India is always going to be offering a better alternative. So every time such big stores, giants open their doors, open up and come to India, whether it was Apple, whether it is Tesla, I think that's the best rebuttal to this story, that China is the best alternative. I think India is putting forward its case very, very strongly, and that's the point which is being made.
Well, Pallavi, thanks for all those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates.